Welcome, welcome, and welcome again to a new DJ Wilson STEM video. Alright, this video, again, we're going to start continuing to add to our knowledge about sprites and their interaction with each other. And again, what we're doing is we are using that code.org platform. And again, major shout outs to code.org for putting this platform together for educators so that we can give our students some education in computer science and programming. Again, we are learning some more JavaScript, and here we go. So previously what we did is we created this program in which this cloud is floating overhead and you have Nico and Isabella, right? And so Isabella, we can move Isabella by using arrow keys, right, left to right. But just say if I want something to happen if Isabella touches Nico, right? And so one of the cool things, again, it's a function. It's part of the library for code.org. Now, obviously, if you're not using this platform, there's other libraries or whatever that you would need to ask for, or additional programming that you would need to do. But again, thanks for code.org for setting up this library. So we're going to use the code or the property isTouching. All right. So just like we did with other conditional statements, if a conditional statement exists or if a condition exists, do something. Okay. And so here's how we're going to write this. Okay. So again, we're going to program that if Isabella is touching Nico, do something. So if, and inside the parentheses, we'll do Isabel dot is touching. So it's just really easy. So if Isabel is touching, and then we have to say if Isabel is touching what, and then we put that in another set of parentheses. So we'll write Nico because that's our variable, and make sure we close that. So if she's touching Nico, then do something. And so obviously I put a score up here, so I'm going to add to Isabella's score. So we'll do, so score equals score plus 1. All right. So now watch this, watch this, watch this. So now, pow, whoa. All right. Now notice all those points are going up. It's because she's constantly in touch. She's touching Nico, so the points are going to constantly keep going up. All right. But just say if I want Nico to move, right? If and again, code.org has created a lot of these movement features. One of them is actually the two that we'll talk about in this video. The one is called bounce off, and then the other is displace. So displace is kind of like, just say she's pushing Nico. All right. So here's what we'll do. We're going to write it like this. So if Isabel is touching, so if this condition exists, so we'll do Isabel dot displace and the target Nico. And again, it's really going to be just that easy to do this. Again, big shout out to code.org for doing this, right? So watch now what happens. Pow. Notice it's pushing him. He's off. So that's that displace function. Okay. Okay. But then there's also the bounce off feature. All right, or bounce off property. So in order to let me see if I put it in there. Nope. All right. So in order to have Nico bounce off, we have to change some things around. We don't want Isabel to displace Nico anymore. We want Nico to bounce off Isabel. So rather than that code, I'm going to write Nico dot bounce off Isabel. And I want you to see what I want you to kind of see what happens here. Now this is not going to work how you think it's going to work, but watch this. Wait, he doesn't look like he's bouncing. Okay, so remember when we talked about velocity? Okay, we have to give Nico some type of velocity that makes it look like Nico is bouncing off. So what we're going to do is we're going to give Nico a velocity. So Nico dot velocity x, because it's his x position, and we're going to give that velocity x, and we want him to move to the left, so negative, let's say 5. And again, the greater the velocity number, the faster it's going to look like he's being pushed off. So, negative 5, semicolon. Alright, so now we should work here. Alright, so watch, pow. Alright, so again, she walks over, pow, he gets pushed off the screen, and now Isabel has the whole screen to herself. Okay? And it's her fashion show. Alright, so with that, thanks for watching. Ooh, you know, I'm gonna do one more thing. Just for fun. I believe I added it in here. Yeah, I did. So I'm also going to put in here Isabel dot set animation, and we're going to use Isabel too, because she's going to push him off, and then she's going to do her modeling. So watch. Pow. Just having a little bit of fun here. Alright, so with that, thanks for watching. Again, thank y'all for getting us to where we need to go. Make sure you slam that subscribe button. Tell your friends about us, and let's continue to have some fun in learning how to program and write code.